Yes, I look terrifying. And you're probably wondering to yourself, Chris, why do you have ND filters on your eyes? Well, they say ND filters are like sunglasses for your lens. And I just lost my sunglasses. This is really creepy. I look like I could be on the cover of like a Netflix horror film or some like hipster person at Coachella. Either one could go both ways. Yeah, that was a mistake. But on a segue talking about mistakes, today we're going to be talking about the most common mistakes that photographers make on paid shoots. These are things that I've done, stories of other friends who've worked on paid shoots, as well as some other stories that I've heard in the industry. So make sure the next 7 tips, don't do this on your next paid shoot. Tip number 1, have the right gear and prep the gear. Fun story, the reason why I actually got Mercedes-Benz is because the previous photographer actually forgot to charge his batteries and went with the client to a McDonald's and had to wait there for 30 minutes to charge the batteries. Imagine being there with Mercedes-Benz as your client, you're just waiting at a McDonald's, eating McDouble while the batteries are charging. Yeah, they're never gonna hire you again. And that's the reason why I got offered that opportunity. So please make sure you charge your batteries and have enough batteries on set. Buy more than you need. You can buy those like cheap Chinese knockoff batteries. Buy like 10 extra one of those just so that you're not in that position ever. Imagine you lost Mercedes-Benz because your battery wasn't charged. Like at least you got a McDouble, but like buy Mercedes-Benz. So yes, charge your batteries, have the right amount of gear. Tip number 2, communicate deadlines. Setting expectations on deadlines is so key. On the early stages, you're very eager, you want to get jobs done very quickly, but sometimes it's just not realistic. Whether your gear breaks down, whether you're stressed out that day, things happen. So set a bigger timeline. If you think you can get it done on Tuesday and it's Monday, say you'll get it delivered by Wednesday or Thursday. Give yourself a buffer period. Fun story about me, I thought I'd share one of my failures in this instance. I actually left an edit to the last minute where that night at 3 in the morning, I was so tired, I was like trying to finish the edit. I emailed the client at 3 a.m. in the morning. I was like, sorry, I can't get the edit done. It's just too much work for poor old Chrissy over here. It's too much. And then they just never hired me again because they received an email at 3 in the morning. So number 1, send emails during working hours. And number 2, don't ever do that to a client ever. Make sure you set a buffer period so that if things go wrong, you can actually get the job done on time. So deadlines, communicate proper deadlines. Tip number 3, sending invoices before the project is completed. Now it's okay if you send a down payment, you've agreed upon that up front, but if you send me an invoice before the full project is completed, nothing bothers me more than that. So what I would recommend is set expectations. Say I need 40% up front and then the remainder once the project is completed. But if you send some middle invoices before we've agreed on that arrangement, that just bothers people. It kind of upsets them and probably will increase your chances of not getting hired again. So do not send an invoice before the project is completed. Mistake number 4, editing with your style versus the style that suits the project. For example, let's say I was hiring you to edit some car photos and it came back and you manipulated all the colors and like the color of the car was completely different, but it was like, that's your normal style. The client is not gonna be happy with that. So be versatile, understand what is actually appropriate for that client and you will get hired more often. Mistake number 5 is attitude. I feel like I don't even need to tell you this, but be excited when you show up on set. Have some good energy, don't be a downer. You could do good work, but if you're a downer, people don't like to work with people that are depressing or not excited or have this weird attitude or are lazy. So make sure that when you show up on set, be ready to be helpful, be eager to do good work, and be excited and positive. You're more likely to get hired because of that. Next mistake, saying no. Do not say no. If your client is making a request but you can't do it, don't say no. Say, here's an alternative of what we could do. If they really want to go with the other way, do your best to try to accommodate. If you say no, just flat out, there's a good chance you probably won't get hired again. Obviously, say no if it's within reason. If they're like, hey, cut off your leg and then swing the leg as like a baseball bat for the shot, don't do that. That would be very bad. So say no when it's appropriate to say no, but at the end of the day, if you can make it happen and there's an alternative, do that. And the last mistake is charging for hidden costs. I hate when I receive an invoice and there's a line item that we didn't agree upon. Let's say it's transportation and the person charged like $200 extra for transportation, but they didn't mention it up front. That stuff is annoying, so communicate that ahead of time. Don't make that mistake after the fact because that annoys the client and they're less likely to want to work with you. So always communicate every single line item up front, and then that way there's no miscommunication when you send an invoice. All right, guys, that is the end of our list of mistakes. Just speaking candidly for a second, we're human. We're gonna make mistakes, but hopefully these tips will allow you to avoid these mistakes, and then, you don't have to learn the hard way. So if you guys like this video, please press like. It's right down there. It's calling out for you. It's like me. I need a like. And you're all like, I'm gonna press it. And then you're like, thanks for liking me. You should like the video. Subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for future videos, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Also, write a bunch of other mistakes that people have made in the past so that we can have a whole giant list of things that people can avoid, and hopefully everyone's just making money and is super excited and they're throwing money in the air, and you can buy yourself sunglasses and you don't have to wear ND filters meant for drones on your eyes. So on that note, peace. This is a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I think I actually might have ruined it with the eye juice from my eyes. Eye juice. That's not a fun thing to say.